We are here with Tommy Reffinus and Edmund McMillan
Yes.
of Team Meat. We have an exclusive name for Edmund.
Thank you for getting that name right. Finally.
No problem.
It's been years. My parents have gotten it wrong. It's weird, but I appreciate it.
No problem. So, Super Meat World, the level editor just came out last week. Right, April 1st was the announcement, the official announcement.
Yes, but it's not the level editor yet. Right
Oh,
now,
okay.
it's just the portal for the eventual
Oh, all
level
right.
editor, which will be coming out in beta form very soon.
Okay. Okay.
But basically, it just launched with like almost 9 new chapters.
Yeah, it was eight chapters.
Now there's 9, soon to be 10.
Yeah, I think it was like 150 levels.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, tons of new free content. We thought, hey, we finished our game.
Let's keep working on it until I want to kill myself.
Yeah. Tommy's like, hey, no, wait. Let's get a server and spend money on something that we're not going to charge for.
Yeah. I'm a retard.
And I said, no, Tommy, we will only do that if we agree that we're going to work for 3 months on something that we really don't want to work on anymore. And make sure that it is free.
Yeah.
And then we just,
That was something
really
I
good.
wanted to ask later is you've been really dedicated to pushing out free content, and it seems to have a pretty steady stream. What's the motivation for it, and how long do you plan to continue that before you finally let Super Meat Boy go?
I'd say the original motivation was like we just wanted to be able to, like the eventual goal here is to make it so it's automated by the fans, so we don't have any like we can just step back and let the game fill up with user generated content, and once the rating system's in place, people can rate things highly, and the highly rated stuff will be more featured, and so on and so forth. So we can just step back and not have to do anything. But to get to that, it's taken a while, and just basically like I kind of the first level editor I ever used was like the level editor, and it was free, and I really loved it, and most of my time was spent downloading mods for it, which was usually the porno mods where you can put porno all over the
Yeah.
Yeah.
or making my school so I could like put enemies that were my teachers that I didn't like in different rooms and killing them, which would be frowned upon now.
Yeah,
I remember.
You know what? You go to a special school now.
Yeah.
I remember we did
You're
that with
obviously crazy.
Doom 2 level editor.
Yeah. Well, see, all that stuff was free then, and it just seemed it seemed so fun and so creative, and I know there's a great deal of creative people out there that could actually even be inspired by this and learn a lot of level design and everything else, and it also generates content for other users who aren't creative and just want to play. So it's something that we talked about early on, since the tools that Tommy made were so easy to use and fun to edit. It seemed, hey, why not just release these later on and have people go nuts? And that's what we're trying to do.
So you're trying to totally step back. You don't want to have like any moderation in the content. You just want to let users create as they will.
We're eventually gonna have to not have any moderation, because we want to work on other things, and even like the slightest like having to feature things or having to put chapters together is gonna take.
We're like featuring stuff takes like nothing from us, but I don't know about you, but I'm over it.
Yeah, I think both of us really, really want to do something new. It's been a full 2 years now that we've been working on the game, and
I think had we not promised the editor like we did, I'm not exactly sure if we would have done it.
No, probably not.
Because it's hard to go from like balls to the wall working, and then a little bit of time off, and then right back to working on it again. It's pretty tough. It's pretty tough to do.
I think one of the deciding factors is we kept, once the game came out and started doing really well, everybody started asking about sequels. And it's something that we don't want to do ever. So we want to be able to still let people enjoy the game and enjoy new content without ever having to make a sequel to it. Like kind of closing the book, but leaving it open to everybody else to further. So it was a good way for us to be like, we're not going to do it on a Meat Boy. So here are the tools. Feel free to make whatever you want. Which people are doing in the chapters that people have been making. And this is even before the level editor has officially come out with just dev mode. People cracked dev mode within the first week of release and started picking it apart without knowing how to use it. And made some of the coolest levels that I've, that are in the game, period. Like a lot of the featured chapters that are up there by users are on par with everything in the game. Like they feel like it's just furthering the game, and it's really, really good. And they come up with a lot of great ideas.
I'm assuming the level editor is going to be a strictly PC endeavor. It's not going to be ported to arcade.
Absolutely not.
Yeah. You sure you don't want to do that, Tommy?
I kind of figured.
Well, yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't. We'll still be updating like extra chapters that are cool on the PC version that work with the Xbox version through the internets. Probably till the end of the year, and then we'll stop. But that's fairly easy. So.
Yeah.
So for your next games, for your future games, are you gonna stick with PC, or are you just gonna throw the PSN, Live Arcade, a WiiWare thing by the wayside and just focus on Steam?
No, we'll do whatever kind of feels right.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. We definitely want to. We've gone through, as you've read, I'm sure, many different experiences. With the developers or publishers that we've worked with. And it would be nice to kind of see what's up with, Sony, possibly 3DS. We definitely like to do something with Nintendo, but really it's just going to have to do with whatever game we decide to do and how it fits. Like you can't necessarily, make a game for the 3DS and just like custom, you'd want to kind of design it for it. So if whatever we design is, touchscreen enabled or something along those lines and it works well with the 3DS, then we'll put it on the 3DS. We've got a lot of options, but I think Tommy and I both want to kind of do universal, kind of like with Super Meat Boy. Like if we release something that works on 3 or 4 systems and it doesn't kill us to do it, we'd like to probably release on as much as possible.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
So obviously even with the troubles you had, I mean, there were still obviously benefits to reaching those new audiences. I mean, was it worth the hassle?
Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it's kind of hard. It was worth the hassle. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I think if you had asked us 2 months ago if it was worth the hassle, we would have said no.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The closer to that time, like, the worse it was. The more time that passes, the more we are okay and, understand it's a learning experience and we know what not to do to make sure that stuff doesn't happen to us next time. And one of those things being not working with Microsoft.
Yeah.
But no, either way, we know we figured out where we could have fixed things, to secure, like when you're talking with a company like this and you're talking about a promotion, it'd probably be best to get that promotion in a contract. So everything is binding.
Yeah.
And this is just something that
It just makes it better for everybody in that case, because then expectations are exactly as they're put out, and there's no like miscommunication or anything like that.
Which was the reason why we did the postmortem, was to like communicate to other developers that this is how we kind of got fucked. So watch out. It wasn't necessarily Microsoft is evil, or however everybody spun it, or us complaining or whatever else. It was quite honestly us trying to give back to developers and say, these are the mistakes that we made, and this is what happened to us. Make sure you cover your ass so same things don't happen to you. It's just kind of like all postmortems are like that, but the press kind of just grabbed at the last thing that we said was bad and harped on it.
Well, was it the press or was it just Kotaku?
It was just Kotaku, because everybody else
really
did
press.
Kotaku.
That's not really press. That's like saying the National Enquirer is a newspaper. It's not.
It's a newspaper for some people, Tommy.
It's what like I remember in Men in Black they said that was the newspaper because those were the best reporters. You remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're the only ones that actually had the real stories.
Yeah, that's Kotaku.
That's a scary world. I don't know if I really want to think about that right now.
A world where Kotaku is the one that only has the stories. Yeah.
Yeah, it was funny that week. The week that they put that up, our game also we released 153 free levels with the level portal for free again, and put our game on sale for 50% off, and they didn't post that.
Yeah, no, they didn't post that at all.
Yeah, well, you should have had a Japanese person doing cosplay, doing the advertisement for it, and then it would have got on front page for sure.
Yep.
Yeah, some busty chick, because that's all they seem to report on is smut
Yeah.
and lies.
Yeah, I noticed that.
I'm gonna say it right now. Kotaku is all smut and lies.
The smuttiest lie news site of all.
They're the best reporters that you can put finger quotes around.
They are the tightest news reporters that you can finger.
That's the headline for the
That's
whole
Kotaku
interview.
calling.
We're closing it up.
Yeah. They don't call us.
So you mentioned that you want to do stuff for the 3DS. Do you think you're gonna find any obstacles? Because Reggie had that thing I think last month where he said Nintendo doesn't really want to work with garage developers. And I don't mean to belittle you by saying you're garage developers, but to Nintendo, do you think you're gonna come off like that, or do you think your success with Super Meat Boy is kinda?
We could have a kit here like next week if we wanted.
We're
Oh,
already
okay.
developers for the system.
Yeah.
Okay.
We don't have any problems there.
Oh,
I mean,
excellent.
we were developers. We were developing for the Wii, and they were showing us at trade shows and everything.
Yeah.
We were different.
And Reggie even played Meat Boy.
Yeah. No, it was with I mean the WiiWare thing. It was a file size issue, which we don't believe that we will have at all on the 3DS. It shouldn't be a problem.
So are you thinking retail, or are you thinking downloadable?
Retail's weird. You get more money downloadable. People don't really realize that. There's still like this weird. People assume, even today I think it was. I was talking to someone and they're like, so your game Super Meat Boy, can I get that can I go to GameStop and get it? I'm like, well, you could go and get the card or whatever, but I'd make less money. And they're like, oh, yeah, you make more digitally. Like you make a lot more. And that's the way it goes. It's like, but people still think of digital as like less than, I guess. But really, for a developer, not only will you sell more, but you'll make a shitload more money.
Yeah, shelf space is expensive, and
Like
packaging is expensive.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. And
Like
shipping
our
and
retail
all that.
deal. Our retail deal, quite honestly, we did that for the fans.
Hmm?
That was us.
Maybe a little bit for us that we wanted a physical version we could touch.
Yeah. No, yeah. I'll admit that too. There's
Something you can put on the wall.
need to have the physical version. Like you want to have your trophy. It's a trophy, Tommy. That's what it is.
It is a trophy. It's a pretty big trophy.
Yeah.
For sure.
And that's cool, but yeah, I mean, we're not going to make a shitload of money off of the retail version. We're going to make more off of the digital version, 100 times over.
Mhm.
Yeah, easily.
But it's still cool to have that tangible kind of in your hands. It feels like we made a game finally because it's in our hands.
It'll feel like that when I go to Walmart and actually see it on a shelf.
I want pictures.
I want to see it. I have yet to see it.
So with your next release, have you made any plans? Are you gonna stick with the meat theme? Are you gonna kind of drop the whole pretense of meat and go for a totally different, theme, I guess?
For the game or for our name?
For the next game that you guys are planning.
I think we're gonna. I can't think of anything sarcastic.
Yeah, I can't either. so no.
No. There's
No.
be no more meat anything. Fucking done with meat. God damn. It's no more meat themed anything. No more Meat Boy in our games.
No.
Meat Boy's his own thing. We're not Nintendo, and we're not gonna make, Super Meat Cart and.
Super Meat Cart sounds
Oh,
hilarious.
you should totally make Super Meat Cart, man. That'd be-
No, you know what I'm gonna say, Tommy? I'm gonna say the next game that we make, Meat Boy fans probably won't dig it. And it's probably not going to be a great financial success for us, but I think it'll be a game that we really love and we wanted to make, and it's going to be something totally different from anything anybody expects.
Yeah.
How imposing is that? Because Super Meat Boy is obviously, incredibly successful with hundreds of thousands of copies sold.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't use that idea again. You have to take something totally new with a new gameplay idea, new gameplay mechanic. I mean, how imposing is that? To follow up that act.
I think it's exciting.
Yeah, I do too.
It's
I don't feel any pressure for it to do better than Meat Boy.
No, yeah, I don't.
I just want to make something new. That's all. That's the whole thing. It's not about doing better. It's not even about making money. It's just about making stuff and being happy.
Yeah. I mean, with me and Tommy through development, like until things got rough at the very end, it was great. Like it was very, very, very fun. It in a lot of ways, game design is much like playing a game, where you're discovering new ways, you're getting better at it, and you're designing this world as it goes, and it's very exciting and fun and new and fresh, and that's something that we haven't had for like more than half of a year. And when you make games for a living like this, you kind of feel like a worthless loser when you're not doing it. It's kind of depressing, and you get bored and you feel stagnant. So I think working on anything at all is going to make us feel pretty good. And I don't think me and Tommy care much about what anybody really thinks or expects. We're just going to make what's fun to us, and hopefully people will like it. And if not, there's always the next game.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, exactly.
So what's it like being in what seems to be a really collaborative, indie scene? Because you have all these characters from other, popular indie titles, and some of your levels are influenced by other indie games. It's something you wouldn't see, in big business that often. Like you kind of see it like with Smash Brothers. They had Snake in it and stuff. But I mean, how does that affect the way you work and the way that you interact with the greater development community at large?
Well, I was actually thinking about this last night because I was playing World of Goo, and I told my wife that I think World of Goo. I honestly do think this. I think World of Goo is the best independent game that I've ever played. All around. I think it's just so. I don't know. It's hard to put it into words, and I think a lot of the reason why I really appreciate it is because I see so much Kyle's personality in the game. Because I know him, and there's just such a sense of community in the indie scene, and everybody's so open to playing other people's games. Like, just got sent a copy of Retro City Rampage at beta the other day and was playing it. It's just really cool to be able to play these games as they develop, and it's exciting. It's just motivating. And I think that's one of the reasons why the independent scene is kind of flourishing right now, is because so many people are so willing to help others, and this just kind of bubbling creativity that's spilling out of everybody else just kind of flows into everybody else and motivates other people to get up and work. I mean, I can't help but see if I hear, hey, Fez is coming out soon, and I see something new from it, thinking like, oh shit, I want to make a new game. Like, I want that again. I'm jealous. Like I feel jealous of these people working and developing, because I know how fun that is, and it's a motivating factor for sure. And it's definitely it's moving.
Yes.
So how many years in the future are you looking to be together as Team Meat? Is this something that you really want to follow through for the long haul, or I mean,
it's over.
It's over. I hate him.
It's over after this interview.
Yeah.
We're
only staying together for this interview.
Well, thank you. That's an honor.
It's not your fault. It's totally your fault.
You're gonna be scarred for life because
It's
of
all
this.
your fault.
Thinking that you broke us up.
We were happy
Son.
until you just brought it up to us that we could maybe not be happy together.
Let's make a conversational
I didn't remember
headline.
what the question was. What was the question? Are we gonna make games?
How long are you thinking of keeping Team Meat? You know, is this something that you want to stay together for the rest of your careers on? I mean, obviously, you guys seem to have really good chemistry when you're doing interviews because you both hate each other. So
that is correct.
I don't think it's something people even really think of. I work so well with Tommy. I couldn't see myself working on a stressful game or a big game without him at this point.
Yeah.
But you know, I don't know. We could both die in horrible car crashes tonight.
I'm gonna die soon.
Tommy's planning on dying soon, so it's gonna be over. No, I don't know. We'll see what happens. I'd love to keep making games with Tommy, so I assume that we're gonna keep making games.
That sounds good. Let's do that.
Does that sound like a good plan?
Yeah.
I feel like we are officially dating now. Like it was like one of those questions where they are like, so what's the relationship status? And you're just friends, right? And there's nothing official being said, and then
we're friends, but we sort of giggle at each other. We kind of know. We kind of know what's going on.
You had the breakup first, and then you had the heartfelt reunion. So I mean, you got the whole package.
Yeah, thanks for breaking the ice for us.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now we're officially together for life.
Yeah. We had a kid together, so we have to stay together now.
Yeah. If all else fails, I'll knock Tommy up.
I'm already knocked up.
Ah.
Wait, no, that's gas.
Well. So, you have any ideas about the next game that you're willing to kind of let loose, or is everything still under wraps?
The best idea we've had so far is the next game will not be Meat Boy.
That is a great idea.
That is a great idea.
Wait, no, I got some other things too of what it won't be. The next game, we will not even talk about until it's like 6 months from being finished.
Yeah. The next game, when we do talk about it, we will very carefully plan out exactly what we're going to release with that game.
Yes.
And that's what we're going to release with that game.
We will not promise to continue to work on the game for 6 months after the release for free.
No. We will also not, I forget.
Sign exclusive deals with companies.
Yeah, we will not do that.
Making it so we can't release the game on anything else other than what's on the paper.
Yeah. Let's see, what else won't we do?
We won't make a game about meat, so people constantly ask us meat pun questions.
Yeah,
you could run with the tofu boy thing. You already got the framework set up.
See,
what's your favorite type of tofu? Do you like tofu soup? Do you like is this brisket boy? Every time somebody did a meat-related pun to us in an interview or something, I took a screwdriver and I stabbed it into my leg.
I bet it was terrible.
No, it actually felt a lot better than the pun.
Yeah. Good times. Well, yeah. It's not going to be a fucking reflex-driven or platformer.
Yeah, it's not going to be that. It's also not going to be an album of games.
It's not going to be an album of games. It's not going to be a game about dreams.
It's not going to be a game about aliens.
Okay.
It'll be whatever it is. I'm sure it'll be cool to at least a few people, including us. And who knows? Who knows?
Okay, fine. We're doing the next Call of Duty. All right. We took it from Treyarch, and now it's me and Ed.
But it's spelled Doodie.
Doodie, and everybody's gay in it.
Yeah, it's called Call of Duty Black Cocks.
Call of Duty Black Cocks.
You know, it doesn't matter what you actually make, as long as you got the cover, you're still gonna sell 3 million day
Well,
ones.
yeah, all it is Call of Duty Black Ops, except it's reskinned with balls on everybody's faces.
Yeah, instead of helmets.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
But it's
I don't even have to do anything for this. Yeah.
You can get the special edition. It comes with a one-way ticket to Afghanistan. I don't know.
I think you'd have trouble marketing that, but hey, Fox News had run with it.
Everybody loves that game. So yeah, we're fine.
Oh, okay, this is crazy, Tommy. I don't know if you saw this. This is strange. It will somehow be taken as racist. Okay.
This is strange, and will somehow be taken as racist.
Yeah, there was this thing on Gamasutra talking about the majority of the time spent on a television and what it's spent doing. And it was something like 5% or 10% of the time spent on a television, watching a television, is spent playing video games. And then it said, like, the majority, which was 13% of those people who played video games, was black. Okay? Now, how does this work? Okay, but black people are a huge minority group.
Mm-hmm.
How are they a majority of people playing video games? Wouldn't that make black people like the biggest demographic for video games?
Yeah, that would.
So I don't understand that. That's just like,
That's weird.
it's how is that? How 13? Like, it was like, I think white people was 10%, and then blacks 13%.
That's because white people are all watching Dances with the Stars.
That's the next game right there.
Dances with the Stars is the next game.
Yep.
Fund it.
I don't know. We'll have to find a whole bunch of gay guys to be the models for the dancers. My girlfriend is giving me awful looks right now.
I can't wait. That's what I'm saying. Can't wait.
So I'm going to tell a story.
I'm holding auditions.
Okay, story.
I had to watch Dances with the Stars the other day. And she was trying to tell me that those dancers weren't gay.
Yeah.
And I'm like, they most definitely are.
Is that the story?
That's it. Yeah, she just closed the door. She just closed the door right now.
Yeah.
Didn't really have too much of the rising action there, but
I'm not a storyteller. That story was only for one person's benefit, and she's not in the room right now.
I got a story for you. It's on par with your story.
okay.
I met my neighbor and he was gay.
Wow.
I told the Tommy story.
I think Tommy's story is actually better.
Well,
Mine had a better lead up.
Yeah.
Yours was more satire.
My gay man had an interior designer design his house in an African motif.
Is he African?
No,
Huh.
African people don't do that.
Do you think African people in Africa have interior decorators come in and design their house with like just middle America Caucasian?
Yeah. They put like tablecloths, like picnic tablecloths on everything, and then there's like
Thomas Kincaid pictures everywhere.
yeah.
All over the place.
There's rooster like what the fucking thing?
Outhouse pictures everywhere.
Yeah, and then they come in and they have like a spoon collection of different states. And
My dad has that. My dad.
Oh, man.
My dad totally has that. I was actually trying to describe my dad's house as well, because that's like they've got this like weird.
Oh, wow.
So my dad has this fucking spoon collection, right? He has his fucking spoon collection on the wall displayed, and then
Yeah.
his wife collects chickens, right? So there's fucking chickens everywhere, and everything's kind of looks like almost a Thanksgiving-y.
What is it with Americans and collecting weird shit, man? Like, my grandma had, like, a bunch of weird, like, wooden spoons from, like, all over the country she collected.
Did she beat you with each of them?
No beef.
I'm the only person that I associate wooden spoons with being spanked.
Like, my dad had owls. Like, my dad had just owl shit everywhere in the house. Like, pictures of owls and, like, owl statues. It was real creepy.
There's like a bunch of houses in Africa that are like that.
I did not know
And
that.
there's a TV in those houses, and there's always Dancing with the Stars playing.
That sounds like a terrible place to be.
It's Africa, man. They're not doing too well.
It's got
There's
everything
one
we have,
woman
and it's
on
got
Dances
Larry.
with the Stars. She just left, but she looks like a man. She has like a man face. I think it's the chick that's on The View.
Which one?
The black chick?
The blonde one?
No, the black one.
Oh.
Because there was Star Jones, right? She was on The View, and then she left, and this better lady came in.
Yeah, she's basically the same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Star Jones is on Celebrity Apprentice, and I watched that. Take that.
Is she on that?
Yeah, she's a player.
Is Meatloaf still on
playing
that?
well. Who?
Is Meatloaf still on?
Yeah, he just raged out on Gary Busey in the last episode for no reason. It was pretty entertaining.
Did Gary Busey wake him up early and he's like, "Let me sleep on it"?
No, yeah. He thought Gary Busey stole his paint, and he didn't, and he yelled at him and like threatened to kill him. That was it.
You know, talking about Gary Busey and interior home decorating in Africa, I can't help but think this interview has gotten maybe a bit tangential.
Yeah,
this is how
you know what the best thing about watching Celebrity Apprentice on Hulu? The fucking commercial before the end of the fucking show is a preview for the next episode that tells you who wins. What the fuck is this? It's like punishment for not watching it on fucking television.
Yeah, that's what you get.
God damn it! It's like, oh great, might as well not watch this. We're gonna take the steam out of that. Oh, the pressure's on, huh? Well, I know who's getting fucking voted off. Well, great. Throw away time of my life.
Kind of like when you were watching Star Wars and like Princess Leia and Han Solo, they were all in the Millennium Falcon, and you're like, oh, they're not gonna get shot down because this is basically the movie, so there's no real tension there.
Yeah, that's true. But remember, don't they go into that thing's mouth, though? Or when they go into the hole and then there's like a...
Yeah, they go into the hole, and then they come out of the hole, and then there's...
Wait, what hole?
Yeah, the hole in the
asteroid. The hole in the asteroid, and they were inside the worm.
Yeah, the worm, that part of the movie, like, I dreamed about a lot when I was little. It, like, disturbed me when they were, like, that worm thing came out, because it looked so weird, too.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's pretty crazy how creative that movie was and how not creative the other ones are.
You know why?
Yeah.
Because somebody else fucking wrote it?
No. George Lucas wrote it. But he was also under like crazy budget, so he had to have an imagination. And with the three that he just put out, he had unlimited budget, unlimited money, so he didn't really have to have an imagination.
I thought maybe like there was somebody like living in his gobbler. Controlling his mind and trying to take advantage of him.
Yeah.
So they really wanted to fuck everything up. Sometimes you can see it. You can see like a little like protrusion in the gobbler, like a baby kicking.
Yeah, it is. It's, you know who's in there?
Who?
It's Christopher Nolan.
Who's that?
That's the guy that did Batman.
Yeah, Batman though. That's a good analogy though for how money can really make you lazy. You know.
Seriously, that because. The budget for the first Star Wars was $50,000.
Wow.
Or $100,000. It was either 50 or 100, and Fox didn't believe in it, so they gave him merchandising. That's why George Lucas is worth $3 billion now.
Isn't that why you used the Ewoks rather than the Wookiees? Was for merchandising, or is that just an urban legend?
I'm not sure. I wouldn't doubt it. Because Jedi was kind of eh.
I don't think Wookiees would make a good Christmas special.
No.
Ripping kids' arms off and shit.
Special.
Oh, speaking of that, remember the Battle for Endor one?
Yeah.
That's the one I was
that-
talking about. That
the
was
kid-
horrible.
Yeah, the kid that touches the water and gets stuck underneath it. Remember that part?
Worst moment of my life watching that.
That part though, do you remember that part I'm talking about, where the kid touches the water and gets stuck underneath the water?
Mm-hmm.
No.
That part fucking disturbed the hell out of me when I was little. Like all these things disturb me, but
What is that? What is that in?
It's in Battle for Endor. It was like a made-for-TV type movie.
Oh, I thought. Oh no, I didn't see that.
About the Ewoks. And
Don't see it.
Yeah, it's crap. But like, there's a part where like this kid touches this pond or something, and it like sucks him underneath the pond, and it's like he's stuck under it, but it's like he can't get out of it, so he's drowning. And that fucking made me want to die inside. Little things like fucked with me when I was little. Of like,
You know what fucked with me, like a lot,
what?
was you saw Neverending Story, right?
Of course.
You remember when Artax died? He
Which
was
one's that?
stuck- It was the horse.
Yeah, and he's stuck in the mud.
Oh,
Yeah, he gets like sucked down into the mud.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had
Yeah,
nightmares
that's horrible
about that.
too. Yeah, I mean, both of us, like, I think any kid that grew up in the early '90s and through the '80s, I think we all had fears of quicksand.
Yeah, oh yeah, dude, I was so afraid of quicksand.
I thought quicksand was everywhere.
Yeah, I thought I could just be walking in the woods of North Carolina and like, there's quicksand. I'm sucked underground, buried alive.
I used to think that you could go to the beach and there was quicksand. It made sense.
Yeah, that makes more sense than mine.
Man, I remember all the Are you afraid of the darks growing up, man? Those are scary when you were little.
I downloaded all those recently, and I got to rewatch them.
You
I
don't.
never had
Man.
cable, so
I
I
did
didn't
the
see
same
those.
thing, and I tried watching them, and they're horrible.
Yeah. Do you
They were
remember?
so bad.
Do you remember Erie, Indiana?
Danielle liked Erie, Indiana.
That's on Netflix.
Yeah, I
It's really
just remember
popular
the
around
episode where it was Foreverwhere. Do you remember that one?
Yeah.
That one was so cool. And then the boy, like, he goes in and he undoes the Foreverwhere and everybody ages overnight.
And then the younger boy from Pete and Pete grows up and it's really bad.
That kid's funny.
Yeah. So yeah,
Well,
there's your interview.
yeah, awesome. Anything else you want to say? I probably shouldn't even ask that question, considering what we were just talking about.
I'm good.
I'll say something
Say
for
Okay.
it.
anybody who's listening when this comes out. The reason why we're giving all this shit away for free is to do something nice for all the people who supported us and basically given us a future. So I hope everybody appreciates it. I hope everybody loves all the extras that we throw in and understand that we actually do care a lot about the fans. And the
Yes.
fans really, there's just something there, like it's hard to explain. And of course it's like, yeah, of course there's money and success comes in and when you do a good game and you get good reviews and so on and so forth. But getting an email from somebody who genuinely loves the game and says that it's inspiring them, to make games or draw pictures or whatever else program is hugely influential to us and makes us want to do more and it's just, it has a lot of value. So we really appreciate that. I feel the need to say that because that is the real reason why we're actually doing this. If we didn't care about the fans at all, there is no way in hell we would fucking say fuck this.
There's no way because this thing isn't giving us, any more real sales or anything. It's bringing more awareness to the game, which I guess could translate into sales. But it's like, it's giving the game back to the fans that love the game so much, and having people like make their own levels and upload them and all that. That's just cool, and it actually gives us something to play too. So and that's nice. But yeah, fans are awesome, and they send us emails and make us stuff. It makes us feel happy, even when we're like, I don't want to fucking work on this game anymore. Seeing a really cool level or something pop up is like, oh wow, well this is worth it. So yeah, thanks fans.
Thanks a lot, losers.
Yeah, thanks fans. Thanks for loving the game, so we work on it more, jerks.
It's making my life miserable.
Yeah, I hate it.
Awesome. Well, thank you both very much for your time
Thank you.
coming on, being the most entertaining pair of interviewees I've ever talked to.
We get that a
So,
lot.
Thanks.
thank you. Good luck.
Thanks.